Hello, my lovies. This is your full moon in Sagittarius tarot reading. There are 7 cards pretty much that we're going to pull out for this spread. 5 questions, 2 oracles. I'm going to be using my Mother of Peace tarot deck, my TV oracle, my Moonology oracle, and my Prism oracle. Those are the cards I'm going to be using. And let's get into it. So the first question, what aspects of my life are ready to expand and grow under the influence of the full moon in Sagittarius? What limiting beliefs or obstacles do I need to release in order to embrace the expansive energies of this moon? What new opportunities or adventures are presenting themselves to me during this full moon phase? How can I align myself with the truth of my higher purpose and live authentically in accordance with my values? What area of my life would benefit from a fresh perspective or willingness to explore new possibilities? Okay, and now let's get a message from the moon from my Moonology deck. Ouch. Yeah, I cut my thumb earlier and it hurts so bad. Whew, for this to be as little as it is, it's pretty deep and it hurts really bad. I just hit it. I can't even shuffle these cards. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna keep trying though, so we get something. Okay. Let's get a shadow. Ooh. Ooh, that hurts so bad. Ooh. Please don't. Ooh. All right. And then let's do Prism Oracle. I feel like this is the card that's wanting to jump out at me. Okay, and then T's for each of these, and we're done. Ooh, I'll pull out Postcard Spirit at the end. This is so bad, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. So, what aspects of my life are ready to expand and grow under the influence of the full moon in Sagittarius? We've got the 4 discs. Stability, security, structure, foundation is what is ready to expand and grow under this influence, okay? This card, February, also comes out. So I want you to think back to February and the intentions that you set in February at the new moon during that time, and what you were looking to manifest and how far those things have come. I want you to think about how much more discipline, security, structure, and foundation you have, and what's lacking. I want you to be honest. I want you to validate the emotions that come up. I want you to just think about, how that feels and how far you've come. But security, structure, stability, consistency, those are the aspects that are looking to grow. What limiting beliefs or obstacles do I need to release in order to embrace the expansive energy of this full moon? We have the Four of Swords. So you need to get out of your head, and you need to stop feeling like just because you've had a certain experience that's going to continue. You go through things and the problems always end up resolving themselves, okay? This is a card that is about mental peace. It's about balance. It's about purity. It's about protection, okay? So stop thinking that, if I put myself out there, I'm just going to get hurt. If I give the world my gifts and talents, I'm just going to be used up. If I buy this thing, it's just going to cost me more money every month and I'm never going to be able to do what I want to do. If I go on this trip, it's just going to take out of my paycheck and I could spend that money on something else. Like, stop overthinking everything and creating obstacles where there are none. You're very innovative. You have options. You're empowered to have options. So when things arise and it feels impossible, just think of a way that you can do it that makes it a little bit easier for you. And if that doesn't exist, maybe you have to do it in a different timing, but that doesn't mean that you have to completely shut yourself down. And I feel like constantly weighing the problems of what could go wrong is what needs to be released when these two energies are coming up. What new opportunities or adventures are presenting themselves to you during this full moon phase? You got the High Priestess and the Target, goal-oriented person. So there's an opportunity for you to strengthen, clarify, and be directed by your intuition. There is an opportunity for you to strengthen your connection with spirit and the spiritual knowledge that you have. There's an opportunity for you to clarify your purpose and direction, not only as it relates to your spiritual self, but also to your practical physical self. There is an adventure arising to take a spiritual journey, to deepen your spiritual practice, to extend your spiritual discipline and knowledge. Because the spiritual journey, though it does have its ups and downs, it is an adventure. I would say that's what I get from that. How can I align with the truth of my higher purpose and live authentically in accordance with my values? We have the Hangman and the Tent. So listen, you got to take time to be still, surrender, gain clarity, and trust in the awakening and enlightenment to come, okay? Right now, you're in a temporary position. You're in transition. You may not feel like you have all the knowledge that you need to have. You may not feel like you have all the certification and education that you need to have. You may not feel like you have the relationships and connections that you need to have to take you to the next level. But you can align with that by clarifying what that is, what it looks like, and also embracing the stillness right now, even though what you actually want in this moment seems to not be manifesting, okay? You can live more in accordance with your values by taking the time to clarify what your new traditions and foundation is. What do you believe in? Because some of y'all just do whatever you see instead of doing what you believe. And when you start doing what you see, then you can fall for anything and everything. And you need to figure out better what resonates with you, what feels right in your heart. I feel like that's how you can live more authentically with your values. And with this being Hangman energy, it's very Neptunian. It's very much spiritual in your dreams, in your subconscious level. This purpose, this drive, these values coming up And it's like you have to stop going from one thing to the next, one thing to the next, one thing to the next. Take a time, surrender, gain the clarity of what you think, what you believe, what you're expanding your knowledge on, and then applying that knowledge so that that knowledge then becomes wisdom before you take the next step and jump into the next thing. That's how you can align yourself with the truth of higher purpose and live authentically in accordance with your values. What area of life would benefit from a fresh perspective or willingness to explore possibilities? We've got the flute, disappointment in a friend or a lover, the hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance, and the hermit. Okay, so this is telling me you can benefit from a fresh perspective within your relationships. You can benefit from exploring new possibilities as well in your relationships. A lot of you guys have been isolating yourselves, cutting a lot of people off. Some of those people need to be cut off, but some of it is also your own ego going into defense and protection mode, and putting you into a place where you feel like you have to shut everyone out to keep yourself safe, but at the same time you're breaking down. You need support, you need guidance, you need assistance, and you're afraid to even ask for it because lately you haven't gotten it in the way that you need. And so maybe changing the way that you look at the people around you, the way that you judge people around you, the way that you go about communicating and taking certain things personal from the people around you is the thing that you need a fresh perspective on. And as far as new possibilities, maybe you need to be making new connections that are better suited to meet and fulfill your needs, as well as meet and fulfill your standards of reciprocity. Okay. Additional moon message. We got the new moon in Aries card come out. It says it's time to take action. Listen, Sagittarius is a mutable fire energy. It is all about taking action, but it's taking action in the mind and expanding the mind so that you can expand physically and create and attract more abundance for yourself. And when we speak about Aries energy, Aries is very much just like, I don't care if I know what to do. I don't care about the mental expansion. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to do. And so with this coming in right here, it just is telling me like, some of y'all have the knowledge that you need. You have the connections that you need. You have the capability that you need. It's time for you to just move and do it instead of constantly feeling like you need to add more on top of it and bogging yourself down with that. Okay. This card, Resistance, comes out. I want to read this to y'all. Let me see. I'm trying not to hit my thumb again, y'all, because that shit was painful. Alright, it says, I take a deeper look at the resistance that arises from within me. I acknowledge the dignity in resisting. No, 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 hands up. Red means stop. It's explaining this image, you guys. So it says, no, 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 hands up. Red means stop. Underneath what we can see, rooted balance, flowing in connection with the call, knowing what is true, preserving internal harmony, standing up for what we believe, unapologetic, no. Our no holds untapped potential and it can be misunderstood even within us. How much attention and listening do we have to give our no? Since we are creatures who like comfort and habit, when something stretches us beyond that, we can feel resistant or we can feel a no rise up. Is our resistance serving us? Is it sharing with us where our boundaries are? Is it sharing with us where our boundaries are, or is it keeping us from experiencing something greater? Our no isn't a stopping point. It's a door that opens to greater wisdom within. When we feel a no or resistance rise up, that is an invitation to check in with ourselves and see what is most true. For everything that stretches us beyond what we currently know, our power, our shadow exploration, difficult conversations, letting go, relearning. We will feel resistance because we are pushing against the energetic membrane of what we currently know. We'll feel stretched if we're growing. Consider where you may be rightfully resisting. Consider where you may be rightfully resisting that which you are not aligned with and holding a firm no. Can you stand that no more fully? Consider where you may be resisting something that needs to be looked at because of not wanting to do the inner work and or disrupt a sense of comfort. In those cases, can you lean into the discomfort? What am I resisting addressing that I want to lean into? What am I resisting that keeps persisting and showing up? How can I develop a deeper relationship with my true no? We can develop a greater relationship with navigating resistance by fully expressing our no. On a blank piece of paper, write 10 things you are currently a no to. Do that before reading on. When complete, go through your list and see how you can honor your no's in action. Consider any no that needs to be spoken to someone else. Notice any resistance in that. And challenge yourself to speak your no. If there are any no's on your list that are there because you are resistant, but you know that internally it is most aligned to be a yes, ask yourself how to meet that no in a more balanced way. So I think that's interesting because we're going to find that generally speaking in June, and today is the first that we're having this full moon, Saturn is going into retrograde, Neptune is going into retrograde. We're going to have some heavy some heavy conjunctions and sextiles that happen that really put us under a lot of pressure to change and to push towards new things. And you might find that some resistance comes up to some of that. And some of the resistance is going to be valid. But I want you to question the resistance that you know is no longer valid for you, the resistance that you're using as a method of protection and defense. And I want you to gently redirect it to open yourself up to more expansion, especially as it relates to your communications, your relationships, and your shadow self, really. So that is what I am getting from that. There was one more thing that I was going to tell y'all. Oh, illumination. This illumination card came out and it's yellow. Yellow is a card that definitely represents brightness, represents a spark being lit within us. It can indicate healing. It can indicate new beginnings. It can move us to a place of joy and comfort without really putting us into a position where we feel threatened, like a red or like a heavy black would do. You know, it represents intellect and mental clarity. And this is a full moon. The full moon definitely does illuminate. And so I feel like this energy is right on point. It's reminding us that we're protected, we're divinely guided, we're vibrant, we're expansive, we can move with optimism. And yes, we need to charge ahead towards our goals, but we need to do it with clarity, caution, and wisdom. Okay? All right, I'm going to pull out a postcard from Spirit to wrap this up. All right, it says, dearest you, over here there is no mystery for us to unravel as we intimately know how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible. But it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension you live in. That said, can you feel the importance of these currents of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways? You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as Spirit weaves your life's mysterious and beautiful tapestry in glorious technicolor. Loving you so much as always. I love that. Ashe to that. I'm going to leave you all with that. I will be coming back with a full moon in Sagittarius devotional video, and then I'm going to do a full moon in Sagittarius meditation, but I likely will record those tomorrow. So for now, enjoy this full moon in Sagittarius reading. If you are in my Moonchild tribe, I am sending out the full moon in Sagittarius blog with this video attached, the meditation attached, and the devotion attached.